We have a 2006 Cadillac CTS with no brake lights. Customers reportedly put a brake light switch in, so then still had no brake lights, so he brought it to me to find why he doesn't have brake lights. So you'll need a light. All I wanted to do is just to verify that he put a brake light switch in. So you'll need a light. The brake light switch is up under the driver's side dash. You will need to remove this. There's 4 screws in it right here. You can use a Phillips head screw thing like I got on my gun, or a Phillips head screwdriver. The brake light switch is actually right here. Let me get my hand out of the way. Right there. See that little lever on that arm with that thing sticking out? So when you mash your brakes, this thing is a single to your brake lights to make them come on, and it looks like that he put a new one in it. So the next thing that I would check would be my brake light bulbs to make sure we ain't got no bulbs blown. So we're gonna pop the trunk and walk back here, and brake light bulbs, you'll need to take out your spare tire cover, thing that covers your spare tire, lay your way. And you'll take these little black things, unscrew them, they pull out. You can unscrew this one and pull this, unscrew this one. Sometimes they can be stubborn. And sit them here, and this little piece right here come out. Just pick up on it like this. Try to get it out as much as you can. It's formed in there. Set it up out of your way, and you take your light, and you take this trim panel down, and you move it up out of your way. So if you look right here, let me get this positioned right where I can show you. There's a 10mm nut right here and a 10mm nut right here. You take both of them out, and this whole assembly will come out. What I found was both his brake light bulbs were melted, so pretty good there. So what I went and done is put 2 new brake light bulbs in it, mashed the brake, and I still have no brake lights. So the next thing I would check will be my fuse and relay, which the fuse box for this Cadillac for your brake lights are behind in your back seat. You just have to pull it up right here. Get your seat belts up out of your way. There you go. Take it and just take your bottom part of your rear seat completely out. Set it down. And you take this light right here. You see right here, underneath your carpet, you'll see 2 fuse boxes. You'll see one on the passenger side, you'll see one on the driver's side. The one on the driver's side controls your brake lights. It has a fuse and a relay. So if you flip this over, never mind, when you take this off, you flip it right over, and this is the way I do it. I lay it down where I can see all my fuses, and they're all labeled in a Cadillac. You have a BS mini relay, which this right here is your brake light relay, and you have a BAS fuse, which is your brake light fuse. So what we want to do is to test our fuses to make sure we're getting power. So you find the ground. I use this right here. So I got power to my fuse. So I need to find out if I have power to my relay. So I just take this relay out and get it and put it right here. I have power to my relay. So I still have no brake lights, but the checker relay, I usually just put them back in like this. And I'll go in here, click the switch on. Okay, checking the relay. Check the relay, you mash the brake, listen. You'll hear it click. You can actually put your finger on it and you'll feel it click. So I still have no brake lights. I did some research. Everybody online says it's either brake light switch, bulbs, or a mini relay. Comes to find out, there was no help to me because everything in my stuff is good. So let's pop the trunk. What I found out, I done some wiring chasing. Found out my third brake light was LED'd and it had shorted out. Went and it fed to this one and to this one and melted the bulbs in it. So what I went and done is to see if I had a fuse for this. Did not have a fuse for this, so I replaced the third brake light. When I matched the brakes this time, I had a real dim light. So I have brakes, but they're not bright. So what I went and done is to check some wiring to see if I had a shortage in one of my wiring. So I pulled this apart like so. And you take these there's some tabs on them right here. And I rolled this over and started seeing that all my wiring is in really good shape. So what I went and done is chased from my relay, this wire right here goes to your relay, and see where it went. It went into this spot right here. So if you roll this over, there's a 10 amp fuse here. You look down here, it says it's for CCP or your spare fuse. So this had no fuse in it at all. So when I stuck a fuse in it and mashed my brakes again, I had brake lights. Everything's working properly. We fixed this car. The guy's happy about it. He has brake lights. I do not know why Cadillac did not label this fuse as a spare. I don't know what it controls or anything, but what I went and done is just did a little bit of wire chasing to figure it out. And I figured out that my relay was not getting a single to this part of the fuse box, which a fuse was missing. So we got him brake lights. He's happy, and we fixed his car. I hope this helped anybody else out. I worked on it a whole day, and I thank y'all for watching. Bye-bye.